Hey, everybody, how are you doing? I had to say hello. Make sure that you can see me. It's Sharon here in the house. How are you? Saying hello to you, to you, and to you, wherever in the world that you are. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, hey, nice to meet you. And do me a favor. Just go ahead and leave a comment after you listen a little bit. Check us out. Give us a thumbs up. And definitely I would love for you to find out a little bit about us, and then you can definitely subscribe. Also, after this is over, you can come back to the live and just leave a comment, and I'll definitely come over and say hello. And those of you who have done that, you see that I do come, I check you out. I want to watch some videos and find out what's going on, who you are. And even if I know you, it's a great way to stay connected. Listen, I want to talk about something tonight about being bold enough to know that what you are asking for, being bold enough to understand the things that you seek, it's definitely seeking you. And if you choose to walk into to that thing that you say you want, right? If you choose to walk into it, it is totally yours. It's all yours. Let me move the microphone. It's just, little shadows here and there, but it is what it is at this time. But yeah, that's the thing I want to talk about. How bold are you? How big are your dreams? How big are they? Because, sometimes we can talk ourselves out of things. And guess what? We can also talk ourselves into something, talk ourselves into the things that we want to attain, talk ourselves into the type of life that we want, talk ourselves into the type of health that we want, talk ourselves into the type of relationships that we want. Because guess what we're doing? We're decreeing. We're declaring it, and we are being bold about it. And when you're bold enough to do those things, guess what happened? It just may happen. It just may happen. And so that's what I wanted to share with those of you who are showing up for this. Don't forget to go and watch some of my videos because, of course, we are here on the personal, professional development. And, of course, those of you who are entrepreneurs and definitely my nurses. I'm always talking about what's happening with nurses in the healthcare and what's going on with us because I believe it all starts in the mind. It all starts in the mind, your mindset. Your mindset needs to be powerful. You need to have a powerful mindset in order for you to attain the things that you want. Hey, hello. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Yes, this seems like it's a video, but it's a live, and I'm going to be shouting out people. So I'm saying hello to you, and to you, because guess what? We are being bold. We are making bold requests. We are doing things that I'm on the air and somebody's television, and 1/3. This is more than 1/3, but it's all good. Who am I to complain, right? Somebody just bought me some tea, y'all, and I said I only wanted this much, and look at this. You know why I got this much? Because they did not want me to complain. What? I'm not that hard to work with. I just wanted a little tea. It's all fresh ginger and lemon. Nitya, hey, Joel, how are you? Okay, Tucker, thank you for being here. No mod, no problem. We're here. We're good, Tucker. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best for showing up because you want to be bold. There are things that you say that you want, and if you decree and declare it, and Nitya, I'm going to tell you, girl, when you put down that prayer, I had just gotten off the phone with my sister, and we were talking about something similar to that. I could not believe it. You just went in, and we need to be bold about the things that we want. Our prayers need to be bold. All right, Nitya, did you hear me, girl? You heard. I almost emailed you. I was like, girl, you were in my head. But we are here to do that, for us to be bold about what what it is that we say we declare over our lives. And to say, we're just saying it, and we're being thankful in advance. Healthy Kitchen Wizard, hey, how are you? Oh my goodness, I am enjoying the channel. You made me want it. I almost went to the cafe and have some muffin and tea because that's how I was feeling. They just see, when you're a good cook, you and Cassie's Kitchen Creation with a K. When you guys cook, the food is just like, really? Am I gaining pounds over here? Or I just wanted to taste it. So I'm hoping you're going to do an actual video. Maybe you've done that already. You probably did, but I want to see the actual video for the banana muffins. Listen, we're talking about everything tonight, up in here, up in here. And I think some muffins would go nice with my tea. One of the things I want to say, and Nitya, again, thank you for that. Thank you for that so much. You just didn't know. You probably were wondering, why were you pushed to come on the air to do that? That was like for me, because we just had a conversation about that. Okay. So I thank you so much. In my Mercedes world, how are you doing? Yes, yes, I am telling you, we're talking about being bold. We're talking about making powerful requests and being bold about it and stepping into the things that we say that we want and who we want to be. You know, you always hear that, dress to how you want to be addressed. Have you heard that? Dress and how you want to be addressed. And when you show up in rooms and places and spaces, you can command the room without saying, hey, see me here, see me. No, you can command that space because you are so clear. And that's the thing. Spread love. Hey, how are you? Thank you for coming on in. Man, I am telling you, if you guys agree with me, we're dropping the gems early. Drop a one, that you can show up into a place with in space without waving your hands. You are just powerful in that way. And guess what? There are other people in the room who may have the same thing. First time watching your face. Thank you. First time he's watching my face. Well, here it is, baby. All of it. Thank you, Spread Love. Thank you. Yes, we have to. Right. And so you can, and let me tell you about that. When you walk into a room and there are other powerful people, it's okay. You're not intimidated. Healthy Kitchen Wizard, that's right. You always have to dream big. Absolutely. Dream big. I did a live maybe a week ago about that, or 2 weeks, right? Dreaming big. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because when you dream big, what do they say? You can aim for the moon, and if you miss, what? You'll land amongst the stars. So those are the things that we want to do with our lives. And when I heard that again today, was a conversation, and I was like, yes, because sometimes we listen. And I know there are going to be those of you right now, you're going to be dropping numbers like another one, two, that you have done things that people thought were impossible. You have done things that you didn't think you did it, and they're looking at you. You're like, you did what? You were able to attain what? You did this. You went here by yourself. You did that. Have you ever been in the place, in the space where you have attained something, you've done something, or you've gone somewhere or whatever, and people were just in awe of it, that they can't believe that you did that? Drop a two. Drop a two. 7:30 a.m. where you are, Spread Love. Hey, I know I'm talking a little bit loud, but it's you guys are on the other side of the world, so I'm getting you motivated, and I'm getting my folks over here on the East Coast, New York time, and even Central time. Some of them may even be in California. We're winding down a little bit, but I think it can work for both. And that's what I'm saying. When you are dreaming big, when you are making bold and big requests, you don't have to worry about being competitive. You can walk in that room and you can always hold your own. And sometimes folk will say, you did what? They'll be like, Healthy Kitchen Wizard, what did you do? Jean, right? Jean Kanicki. I love when she says her name. You're like, what? You are a YouTuber? You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the thing, guys, when people say, Nitya, I spoke to Nitya, and I look at her and I'm like, and she said, yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts, but not so that she didn't do it. It's just like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. It's so effortless, right? It's so effortless. And you can be in the place, in the space where you're able to just be, you're just like, wow, you could just say, wow, you did that. And for me, that makes me feel good, right? Love is free, guys. Like up the live. Yes, want to like up the live for me. Please give some thumbs up. And so this is what I am saying. Okay. So when you You people have said, "Oh, you did this. You've done that. How did you?" And they're in and to you, and just think of it. And you're like, "Yeah, it's almost like it came so easy to you because it's the divine download. It is the thing that God has blessed you with. It's that thing." And sometimes I'm wondering, why were other people what? And you would think nothing of it. But for me, it's the beauty. It's the beauty to know that you are able to do these things. You're just able to just show up and just to be brilliant and to be bold. And that is a beautiful thing. Spread Love said it's okay to sleep more, to dream big. Yeah, you can dream big, but the thing is that you need to take action. It is called inspired action. You can dream it. Everything that's here for us, everything that we need is already here. Almost anything you can think of is already here. I see those new cars that are driving around, and I'm like, I don't know if I like it, but that was somebody's vision, and it was their vision, right? And somebody is driving around in those cars. They're very interesting looking, right? Not calling any names here, but I'm just telling you, you have that vision in your head. And sometimes too, we look like, how am I going to do it? When they're saying the how is none of your business. You'll hear these motivational speaker, stop worrying about the how. Get the idea. Who do I need to be to show up in that bold, powerful way? How do I need to show up in that room? What do I need to say? Because I'm dreaming. I'm ready to step into my dream. Drop me a three if you are ready to step into your dreams. So, yes, Spread Love is like, you know what? I'm a little sleepy. I may just, I want to dream big. Let me dream some more. You could write it down in your diary. You can record it. You could do all of those things. Whatever it is you so choose to do, you can dream big. You can be bold and step into it. Because the moment, I'm telling you, you are courageous enough, the moment you are, somebody said, to have the audacity to dream that big, it's the moment that it becomes real. It is the moment it becomes real. And so we can talk ourselves out of things, but I love it better when we are able to talk ourselves into things, talk ourselves into it. And sometimes, too, let me know if you agree with me. I asked somebody to drop a three. I'm going to ask to drop a three again. That sometimes you need to move in silence. Let me sip my tea. I don't know what it's going to do to my glasses, but I'm going to sip my tea. Yeah, sometimes you need to move in silence. But then you're saying, Sharon, you're telling me about being bold. You're telling me showing up in the room and command the room. Well, you don't even have to try because you are who you are. What has been given to you, it's for you. And one of the things that I'm noticing is this: there's some things that we have stopped paying attention to. We've stopped paying attention. And that's why the right people will start to show up in your life to remind you. One of my things is juicing, right? I'm being reminded about juicing. My juicer is more than 20 years old. Okay. And these are the things that I'm saying that I would do it sometimes, but it's being consistent with these things to say, what is it that I want for myself? So when you're able to say, what is it that I want for myself? I want for my life. I want for my family. I want for my health. I want my relationship, my finances, how I deal with people. What is it that I want? What is it supposed to feel like? What is it supposed to look like? How am I supposed to feel? We usually say in the coaching world, what is that supposed to look like, right? But my thing is, how am I supposed to feel when I walk in places and spaces and I have conversations with amazing people? It is a decision that I'm making. I am making a decision because that next version of me, it's going to require, who do I need to be? right? I may need to be more disciplined. Now I'm switching things over so I can go for my walks and do things in the mornings. So things will change up a little bit. It's being a little bit more disciplined, being more consistent about it, making sure I have the right shoes because I had to make sure I had the right sneakers or shoes, whatever you're calling it, and how I'm deciding it is a decision that I'm making. What and why am I doing it? When you're making these decisions and you're being bold about it, what's on the other end of it? And if this sounds familiar, guys, sometimes I may sound like a broken record because when I'm talking to you and everybody else who comes back and watch this, as they would say, you're talking to the choir, you're talking to the choir too, because we can talk ourselves out of things. Why not talk ourselves into things? And you make the decision. Is that what you want? What do I want? I love how I'm feeling. I love how my skin looks. Yeah, I love all of that. And then there are other things that I say that I want to be able to do. Sometimes you want to have a little bit more energy with the people who are around you, more energy with the things that you're doing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So showing up powerfully, that's what makes the difference. Having meaningful relationships, that's what makes the difference. You are very Belle. Oh, thank you. Thank you. How are you? Thank you for coming in, Sir Sirius. I thought it's Sir. You, yeah, it's. I apologize, but thank you for in the vous êtes très belle. How do you say thank you? Thank you, Shante. Is that it? Is that how you say? Oh, we. I'm trying to remember my French. I took 4 years of high school French. I'll remember something to say. I think. How do you say thank you? Is it Chante? Chante? Something like that. But thank you. Vous êtes très belle. You are very pretty. You are pretty. I love it. So I was on I didn't think it was a rant, but I was just talking there for a while. Some people fall off. I guess they got to go elsewhere and say hi to other people. It's all good. What I love about it too, being here on YouTube, you can always come back to the replay. There are those of you who are watching my videos. I thank you very much. Thank you for the videos. Thank you for the comments. That to me makes a big difference, to tell me that you're doing something right, Sharon, that you are on the right track. And so I really appreciate it. And to show up every day, to show up. I apologize, I wasn't here last night, but I wasn't feeling too well, and by the time to let you guys know, there just wasn't enough time. But guess what? I decided that I'm going to show up. I'm coming with all the energy in the world right here. I'm coming with the energy, and this is what I want to do, because it's a decision that I'm making. Okay, so what is the decision that you're making? What is it that you are looking to do, and want to how do you want people to see you? And like I said before, right? Show up and what do they say? Dress the way you want to be addressed. And so, Caribbean girl, Tony, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How are you doing? Merci. Thank you. Oh, Nitya. Yes, you do. Parlez-vous français? I was like, Chante, enchanté. No, it's merci. How Thank you, because I know you speak a little French and Creole there. Ah, Nitya, thank you. It wasn't menopause. I just forgot. So, yeah, we're talking about being bold, and thank you, Caribbean girl Tony. You had a beautiful view. I don't know if it was from your porch, but it was overlooking the mountain, and maybe we could see a little bit of the ocean. But in Grenada, oh my gosh, just you know what? And then this is what I'm saying. When people make a decision to show up boldly and just to turn her camera, that was just so peaceful. It was so beautiful. And thank you, because there are a lot of people out here who are so stressed out. And to see something like that made a difference. And I just imagined that that was a porch that I was sitting on. Maybe I'm in a rocking chair or something, or one of those nice chairs, not really the rocking chairs, but the chairs like that, and just overlooking the mountains and the ocean. Reminds me a little bit of Costa Rica. So that's the thing. When you're bold in whatever you're doing, what is it that you want to do? How do you want your YouTube channel? What do you want it to be known for? Right now, a lot of us are just trying to get these hours, the subscribers, which is the easiest part of it, the subscribers, the easiest part of it. But then you're going to find things change and also people change. Oop, let me sip my tea. Things change and people change. And so, how do you deal with that when you're boldly declaring things, the things that you say that you want, the things that you say you really want to show up in your life? You're going to have to be able to just move with the curves, right? Just move with it. As they say, set the sail. There's a little poem out there about the sail, how to set the sail. And sometimes, where the wind goes, but if you know how to stir that boat, okay, it could make a difference. If not, it could take you anywhere. And they're saying if you don't know where you're going, you could end up anywhere. And that's why having a plan, and plans can change. There needs to be flexibility around it. Definitely plans can change, but guess what? You can definitely get to where you need to go. So boldly, Caribbean girl, Nitya, those of you who are still here, write down somewhere, in your diary, and maybe you've done that already, but sometimes it's good to go revisit it. Just the most outrageous dream, just the most outrageous thing that you say you would want to do, either with YouTube. And when I mean outrageous, you could say, what? I want to interview so and so. I would like somebody on my channel, whatever it is, or, with your music and the things that you write and the things that you do. What is that thing? And once you put it there, so when I go back, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. When I go back and I was just reflecting on some of the things that I did and said that I wanted, I was like, wow, actually did it. Actually did it. And I had someone who told me. And so people who are insecure with their vision, with their dreams, they can project it on you. And the person said to me, why do you even want to do that? Why don't you just take your money, be safe, and do this and that? Because you're going to be worried about people. If you were to go into that kind of business, people may sue you, all sorts of things. And it was just like, where did that come from? And then I thought about it because it made me I was a little bit annoyed by it. I was annoyed by the fact that someone could project something like that on me, which had nothing to do with me. And so that was the thing. Their fears, the things that they were afraid of and that they were conveying to me, that was none of my business. So what people think about you, it is so true. You guys could drop a 4 if you agree with me. What people think about you really is none of your business. And if they're going to project their insecurities on you, I'm not saying don't take constructive criticism, because we all can do that, right? But my thing is this: if people are going to put their insecurities on you, guess what? Boom. There we go. I look a little bit far away, but let me know if you guys like me farther away or up close. Because sometimes I feel like I'm all up in your faces too much. What they want to think about me, it's really none of my business. But when I start to look at it now, I want to go back and review. I really want to go back and review some of the things that I say that I want to attain. And this is a good time. The first quarter of the year, it's really a good time to do that. And sometimes too, when we are making these bold requests, because we're saying to be bold, right? When we're making these bold requests, we already once again will start to think and say, but what if they don't like it? But this, what if they say no? What if we've just, and sometimes when you do that, you've already closed the door. Okay, thank you. That you've already closed the door. Thank you, Caribbean girl. You have already closed the door to opportunities, right? You've already closed the door to opportunities that were making themselves that were presenting themselves to you. So, Caribbean Girl Tony, you could say, you know what? I want to do reviews. Okay. And who is it that you could do a review for? And sometimes too you may say, oh, I want brands to I want to do brands and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things too, whatever it is that you say you want. And it's not just for your channel but for your lives too, guys, right? Whatever is that thing that I say that I want to do, I should be able to show up and to show up powerfully. And I'm going to write it down. I'm looking for one of my journals here. I'm going to decree it and I'm going to declare that thing. Because the moment you start to write that down, the moment that you do that, things will start to shift on your behalf for you. Okay, great. So I'm going to keep it in this way for a little bit. It's still, yeah, it's still vertical, but I think, sometimes too, I can get a little bit closer. I don't know. But I'm just trying to see what works here. But that's the thing. What is that thing that you want, and how can you go about writing it down and making it possible? I like the idea. And also, there are things that you may need to do to get to where you need to go, doing these lives. Is connecting with people. I may not get a lot of people here, but they come back and they watch some of my videos. So that's why I know I may need to, not that I may need to, I know that I need to do more videos. It's just the issue again, when the phones went to each other, they started in other words, they're sharing information, and then that's what happened with the videos. So I may have to just have something dedicated where I can put the videos, because they're not coming out fast enough. Because I'm like, the amount of people's channel that I'm on watching full length, but that's the thing. I can't get caught up on if people are going to come and support me. You know what? They'll watch the recordings, and that makes it okay. Because guess what? What people do or what they think is none of my business, because I have no control over their time. And it goes both ways. So when people are able to do it, they'll show up or just watch a video, because that's being bold. And why am I even mentioning that? Because that's a bold request. Our bold request that we're making, please you can subscribe, you can share this, and also you can hit the notification bell. So when I come live, when we're doing that, we're being bold. We're not just saying it because it sounds good. At first, we would just used to rattle it off. But yeah, you definitely want people to do that. And my thing is this too. I want to say, your content as content creators, it's not for all the content creators here cannot give you all the watch hours, but you can get some watch hours from them if they so decide to do it, right? You can get those watch hours, but know that by you putting the content there are other people from different parts of the world, right? Somebody was saying there are billions of people, maybe 2 point something billion. Look it up again. I could quote it wrong. I didn't even look it up. How many people are on YouTube? Some of them somewhere will find your content. And when we are clear enough and niche it enough, then the right people will start to find us. Vibing with VC. Let's vibe. Hey, VC, how are you, girl? Oh, I'm over here drinking some tea. I look like I could really have some bush tea right here. No, let me tell you. This is mint. We ran out of regular tea bags. Thumbs up, done. You sound like walking exercise with Barry. Walking exercise. It's good for your health. Thumbs up, done. Hey, I appreciate it. And I know it's kind of late because you guys go to bed early. I cherish church. I see that you're coming on after me. So I'm going to come on with you'll know it's me because I'm going to holler with my other thing here, but I'll be on and say hello. I've caught some of your stuff in and out today. I was able to catch you. Good. Yes. I was telling Casey that the mission is coming to Jamaica in June, Portland and St. Mary, Montego Bay, Portland and St. Mary. Yeah. So it's 7 days, and I'm hoping that I can get some time to go to Negril after that or before. It's something I need to do because I can't come all the way and not go to Negril. I say I want to go to Negril. I don't know if you're old enough to know that song, or even to my bay. It's from the 80s. Maybe when I did Bond then. Lord Jesus. That's when you know you're getting it. But listen to I Cherish Church. I was listening to you today. I was in and out, and I was able to catch you a couple of times. You were there teaching about systems and the funnel, which is so important because we're here. Yes, we are here. Originally, we were coming to Kingston, but we're not flying into Kingston. So things kind of change. Yeah, because we usually stay at the Pegasus, but that's not going to happen. So things have changed a little bit. But I'll definitely reach out and let you guys know what's happening. And if anybody you guys know in that area that may need us, there will be some clinics. You guys could share the information because that's how we do what we do. Welcome on in. Yes, I've heard that song. Oh, it was just a sharing our old food, the old food. Don't you know them song? General Trees. Gonna on the grill. Say we gone on the grill. Gonna on the grill. Everybody else is wondering, like, what is going on? What is in the tea? Ginger, lemon, and then put the mint tea in there. I just wanted the ginger and the lemon. So we're talking about being bold, making bold requests, right? You sometimes will think that the things that you want is out of your reach, when in fact, you never know if somebody could use what it is that you're doing. And so one has to be bold when you're stepping into places and spaces. Because, you know, right next to that I Cherish Church, I was going to put in the heading, be bold, God is able. I actually was doing that. And I said, okay, I want them to be able to see the be bold, because sometimes, you know, it falls off. But anyway, I said, be bold. Yes. And for me, God is able. And so, because he is God, because he is, right? He just is. And he wants us to make bold requests, not to, you know, no begging and asking, just make a bold request, and you just thank him in advance. So there's some things in my life right now, many of you could think of it, that because of other people's insecurity, that they projected it on you, you're almost started to double, what I said, double think yourself, or guess again, like, wait a minute. And then you're looking at it, wait a minute, I was able to do that. My strength, right? Where did my strength come from? Hello. Okay. And I was able to do that. So think about, again, whatever that thing is. And I need to, you know, I need to go to this direction tonight. I said, Lord, wherever you want me to go with it, be bold about it. Be bold about the request. Phone calls we need to make. There's some phone calls some of y'all need to make. There's some emails some of you need to send. Really, there's some emails you need to send. And he said that because you are going to bring to you what you're putting out. So if you're feeling timid, if you're feeling unsure, if you're feeling confused, that kind of stuff will be conveyed right in the emails or whatever you're sending. But if you know that who your source is and where that comes from, and I'm going to make this bold request, and I'm going to do it, and you never know, somebody just may say yes. And so this week I spoke a little bit about it, but I'm not ready yet to drop who it is. And she books one of the, if I say this person's name, you all would know who she is. And she's gotten her and all of the biggest television programs, or uh, you know, you guys can think of. And she said, people say, how were you able to get this person there? And all she did, she said, I just made a request. Right? Yes, a lot of the requests, like how I Cherish Church was talking about the funnels and all those things, they need to be strategic too. And when she showed us a sample of the request, she wasn't just trying to get what she wanted to get. It was just like a conversation. And then when some of these conversations, you need to be patient about it, right? To be patient about it. And that reminded me, it just reminded me of some of the bold requests that I've made. And so some of you need to get back to that. Drop me a 4 or a 5. Where am I now, Nitya? Am I at 5 yet? I am at 5, right? Some of you, do you agree? There's some things that you may need to do. And believe it or not, some people may not be ready. I've had people who say, I'm not ready yet. Because guess what? When you are so close enough, and some people know the things that they're capable of doing, they know their greatness, right? Some people are, it's so bright, the light is so bright, oh my God, even for they themselves, they need to put them shades on, right? Because it is so, it's like you can touch it. And that's why we say to stay ready instead of getting ready. And sometimes we worry about perfection. We're at a 5, okay. You did a video called Be Bold. When was this? When did you do the video? When was this I Cherish Church? Because I need to go listen to it. Because I'm telling you why God dropped that in my spirit. Some of you know that I'm an entrepreneur. And with entrepreneurship, guys, I'm going to tell you, it is not easy. It's not easy. You could be smooth sailing for a couple of months, a couple of years, and then something can happen. Okay? Things can happen and almost it seems as if it could put you into a tailspin. But that's when I believe with all, even with the mishaps, okay? Even with the mishaps, those are opportunities to learn. And sometimes too we may even, and when I say we, I'm not, see, I'm not one of those coaches who act like I am perfect. I'm not perfect, and there were mistakes that were made, okay, because sometimes you will self-sabotage. You will feel like, you know what, I don't, I can't even be bothered with this. Oh, they don't want to do this, I'm tired. And then when you are in the place and space where you're having healthy conversations with people who think different, it makes a world of difference. It can just shift. It can shift how you think. It can shift how you show up. Sabrina, hey, welcome on in. Great to see you, Sabrina. Thank you for being here. So when you are in the place and space, and I hope you're okay, Sabrina, right? When you're in the place and the space and you're having healthy conversations, it makes you feel different. Your whole body, everything about it will change. Everything about it will change. And so when we're being bold, it's not just showing up, it's the things we need to ask. The things we need to ask, right? Because and sometimes we'll get something in the mail and you get this letter and this is what it is. And you look at it, and I was like, you know what, let me go consult with my my CEO. I go have a conversation with God, and I'm looking at this thing. I'm not being irresponsible, God, but we need to do something about this, Lord. That's just isn't. And some of them too, they're things that I've been able to figure out or to navigate by just having a conversation, by just listening in, right? Sabrina said, I changed my to a character. Okay, your profile picture to a character in a game that I play. It's not my cat anymore. Okay, so we got a new. All right, so we know it's you, Sabrina. All right, cool. So we'll know that, right? So, yes, I was saying to make the requests known and think about it, because some of you need to do that this week. We really need to do that. So for me now, I had to get back to the drawing board. I look at some things and I said, you know what? Sometimes too, you may have to just go in a holding pattern. And I went into a holding pattern with something. And the next thing I know, I started getting one phone call, then I got another call, then another call. It's only a matter of time because change will happen. And it's the one thing in life that is constant, right? We always say that change is constant. And so, because now things are changing, and then sometimes, too, for what we see, if we're able to see above it, I like, instead of going to the left, to the right, or whichever direction you guys are seeing me, I want to stay focused. I want to look ahead. Okay. I want to see the things that I want to attain. Chris the Flash. Yeah, Chris, nice to see you, man. I was wondering when Chris I gotta come look for me. I gotta come and see what Chris is cooking. Chris the Flash is in the house. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're talking about being bold. I know I see Chris cooking some food there. I don't know about the hot chip, Chris. Have you tried the hot chip yet? Or he gave up on that? But yeah, we're talking about it being bold. Maybe you want to get some Super Bowl tickets. Maybe there are things that and also too, guys, the things that you may think that are impossible, you may never know. I was getting ready to catch a train to go somewhere. Snap back, Trishana. How are you? I think I was on your live. Is it tonight or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Hey, hey, hey. Great to see you. Man, look at all these beautiful people coming out and showing me love. You know that it does my heart goes boom 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 because you're showing so much love. I really really appreciate it. These are the peeps who show up and I really really appreciate you. And that's why I go through my list and try to watch as much as I can. Snapback Coach Trishana, Snapback always have a little song for us. She said, I'm Snapback Coach Trishana. I'm Snapback. And listen, she's John Maxwell trained too. What? She's no joke, guys. John Maxwell train is no joke. Okay. So that's the thing. And coach, we're talking about being bold, showing up boldly in places and spaces, making our requests known. That's the thing. And sometimes we need to be reminded also the kinds of conversations that we're having, the conversation that's going to feed our brains, the conversation that will remind me, the songs that remind me, dear Lord. Now, I cherish church said she did this. So if I take it to church, I may sound like if I take it to church, it may sound churchy, but it is what it is, right? It is, and that's what I need to put down here today. And somebody will say, "Can you pick up what I'm putting down? Can you pick up what I'm putting down?" And that's the thing. These bold requests, the books, the things that we need to do. So even for myself, the week isn't over. The week isn't over. And so then I can look at the three things that I need to do tomorrow. What are those three things? And what do I need to do? And so when I start to look at them, I said, I'm starting this week. So next week I can follow up and I can follow through on these bold requests because I am being bold. And it's not just, oh, I'm just being bold. It's what I need to say. Okay. Who else is here? Snapback Trishana is saying, hey, Caribbean girl. Sabrina, did you read my fun fact? Where's the fun fact? Sabrina, let me see if I can move this. Sometimes when I move this, Chip said, no hot chip, but got a show. Okay. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm going to come back and show on it too. Because I have another, when I come under my other thing, I'll let you guys know it's me because I'm trying to support everybody. So RN to CEO, when you're doing your live, you can't be on other stuff. You know how this is. They take back these hours. Fun fact: jackals can run 40 miles per hour. They can run 40 miles per hour. Whoa. I believe that. I believe that. Yes, because I sometimes watch those things on YouTube. I got it. Yes. Yes, yes. And I appreciate being reminded that who we are and whose we are, that we can make a request. Because guess what? When I pray and I said, because he's God, I said, God, you're able because you are God. So I have no choice but to trust you. And I thank you. I thank you for what you're doing in my life. I thank you right now. I thank you for the doors that are being opened, the doors that are supposedly closed. I thank you for them. And even in the delay, I thank you for that because that's what it's for my protection, right? We say sometimes rejection is what? Rejection is for my, type it in there. Rejection is for my protection, right? So sometimes too, you may have to wait. And then when things happen, I've had things that happen, and I said I was going to do this one way. You may say, okay, I'm going to do it this way. And then you wait to the side. Oh, that person's my friend. Oh, this is that. And then you lose track because we want to stay focused. We want to stay focused. It's not that you can't be flexible, but when you're totally off track, you will lose. You're going to lose what? You're going to lose the momentum. You're going to lose the momentum. And so that's why it's good to be in the place and the space where I'm talking to other coaches, right? I'm also part of a mastermind. I may have my clients in their mastermind, but I find myself right? In other masterminds, where because the information is different, we're not just trying to figure this thing out. Sometimes it's based on where you are and what you're ready to take in, but always being reminded of who you are and what it is that you're called to do. And so when you're thinking, when you start to shrink, because now is not the time to shrink. It doesn't matter if, and let's stop worrying about perfection. Yes, for my protection. Come on. Yes, rejection. Come on. VC. Yes, vibing with VC. Yes, lyrics by Nitya. Snapback coach. Come on. Yes, some of it is for your protection. My God, come on. It is. It is. And so I don't have to worry about it. There are things, and there are things too you have, and I have experience it, that I knew it wasn't the thing. It's like, I mean, the God in you. Okay, when somebody say you hear the voice of God, God always talking. It's a God in you. Okay, me personally, it's a God. I know it's not, but because there's the power of choice, I push, I push, I push, and I do the thing, and it's a total mess because you knew it's already there, right? It's already there. So there's some things that's for your protection. And there's some things that you need to go through. Sabrina, I'm going to play something, so I might not be able to watch. All right, I know you're doing the gaming, Sabrina, but thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys when you come in. So, yes, so there are things now that you weren't supposed to do. You went ahead and you did it anyway. You did it anyway. But guess what? There were lessons in that. There were lessons to be learned because you know it. You know it that there are places in your body when something don't feel right. Mine is right here, so. They say right here, so. Is it the gastric area, or it's right? I know some people feel it in their intestine. They feel it. Some people feel it on the back of their neck. Some people feel it on their shoulder. You're going to need to be able to identify that. Did you know John Maxwell started off as training pastors? Yes, in shulas where like it godly the principles, and that's how he started the coaching, speaking, and training. The Bible, I'm going to tell you, and thank you for sharing that. Yes, I knew he was a pastor, and you can tell, right? Let me tell you, that Bible there's when I was a kid in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, our I'm from Montego Bay, but our parents used to send us to the country, and all we had to read was the Bible and maybe some old newspaper or stuff like that, or magazines, and it's all educational stuff. I don't know why my grandparents feel that we had to read it. And the Bible, let me tell you, every story that has been written, that's where it came from. So yes, did you know? Okay, so with John Maxwell, secular world, like it godly, the principles, and that's how, and they're godly principles. The Bible itself, everything. When I tell you, if I'm saying I'm having a Jonah moment, if you know the Bible, you will know what about Jonah. Jonah was trying to run away, get swallowed. He got swallowed up by the whale, and all of that stuff. Right, the story, the way that it was told. But sometimes too, when you're running away from your brilliance, from your greatness, you're going to get caught up in things. You're going to get caught up in places and spaces that sometimes God just needs to sit you down. And even if you try to ignore it, you're not hearing it, and you're just it's going to show up one way or another. So sometimes you may as well do the work, because you're going to have these experiences. And so many of the experiences in business that I've had, they were training ground for what I do now. And one of the things I'm going to tell you guys, this is another gem. Am I at a 6 right now? Another gem. In entrepreneurship, you need to be in the game long enough for people to pay attention to what you're doing. Let me say that again. You need to be in the game long enough in order for people to pay attention to what you're doing. Because I've had that happen to me. It was a company, we were trying to get some form of insurance, and they were trying to play games with me. And I said, let me tell you something. I said, I've been doing this thing for a year now, and now it's time for renewal. And you're telling me, no, I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Did you know that person on the phone, all of a sudden, he didn't expect me because he was pushing, but I had options. And this is why I always tell people do your research because you will have options, but you got to be in the game. And that's why perfection is not you don't need perfection. You don't have to be perfect. You can just start where you are. And if it's something you need to work on, there are books that have had errors. Okay, there are things that have been out there that they haven't been perfect, but if you just start to show up, if you show up in such a powerful way, it can make a difference. It can make a difference in the world. You may not have all the things and all the people and all the stuff that you need right away, but because you show up. And like they said, you want to dress the way you want to be addressed. So you may not have the fanciest this and the fanciest that, but you always have that little black dress, right? Where you could put a nice top over it or a nice little jacket. And they say have that purse. Everybody should have a little black dress. You still do need in the closet, okay? A nice pair of shoes, nice bag, whatever you need, whichever way you need to show up. And you're not trying to trying to impress people. You're just being you, and you're doing that thing, and it will make a difference because guess what? You put the effort in, and you're in the game because stay in power. So even now for my content creators here, I'm going to say this. Okay, we're shutting down at 11:05, but I want to say this, okay, that even if it's not perfect, a lot of our videos, after we're monetized and we're way past the monetization hours, that's when you start to you start to, what do you call it, delete some of the stuff, but not now, because remember, if you move them off here, those watch hours that you garnered, that you gained during the live, you're going to lose those. So for those of you who are moving stuff off, just know the watch hours that you gained from your long form videos, I'm not talking about shorts, from your long form videos, you go privatize them or unlist them, you're going to lose those hours from what I understand. Okay, the hours that you gained during that. So I want to keep these, but after a while, I'm gonna I'm gonna get rid of them, and because you're gonna say, "What if I blow up and I get so big that they see me over here with a scarf on my head and I'm on a bicycle?" Listen, I am being real. I am being real. I am being who I am. And if they can't accept me for who I am, as long as I'm not out here hurting people and saying mean things, right? If you can't accept me for who I am, then I don't need to be on your stage or wherever. But that's the thing. Just be who you are, be authentic. And then when you show up and you show out, right? You deliver. Boom, boom, you deliver. And so we're not worried about perfection. People want to see that. I listened to someone and they said, it was a podcast, and he said, if I know somebody had a business and they quit, I don't want to hire them. And it was like, wow. But if they quit, he said, I'd rather know that you tried. I am the great. Come on now. We're taking it to church up in here. Okay. And he said, instead of somebody that quit, I don't want a quitter. I want somebody who tried. And then you're saying, but when do you know that you give it up? Sometimes you can pivot. And once again, that's why I tell people do your research. With certain businesses, you don't have to quit. You can also sell the business. You can also buy a business, right? And there are ways that you have to look at when you're scaling and when you want to grow. And in order for you to scale, there's certain systems you need to have in place in order for you to take it to the next level. And instead of you doing everything, you start to say, who else? And then you start to learn, how do I maximize everything that I have going on? So that's why I wanted to share this with you. I wanted to share it to make sure that you are very clear on who you are and whose you are, and the things that you say that you want. And also, how are you going to use this platform? We have this platform, we're meeting people, but what do you want to do? Trishana is a coach. I'm a coach. Quite a few of us are here, right? For me, it was always the opposite. It was always reverse psychology. This was just another thing. I'm on YouTube. And then people have found me on YouTube. I've gotten bookings on YouTube, not even trying, right? Okay. Is it is it saying 1 a.m. or I am? I don't know who is streaming tonight. I know I Cherish Church is going to stream. She said 11 CST, so that's midnight our time. My thing is probably go on 12:05, but then I will be able because yeah. So we just have to look. I'm working on material now. Okay, you're working on material. So that's the thing, guys. Always have something I call whenever I'm working, I call it the lab. Okay, I call it the lab. Whatever I need to work on or whatever it is you need to do, but be clear on why you're doing what you're doing. If you're just here to have fun, you're just here to have fun, and it's all good. And people will like it. They will come and they'll watch, and YouTube will put some ads there, and it's fine, even just doing it that way. But the clarity is, why am I here? Who are the people or the lives that I'm supposed to touch? What's the difference that I'm supposed to make? Because we're on here for a reason. We're on here for a reason. And the moment you start to think of it, to say, wow, God, just show me what is the blueprint, what is the expansion. She said, I did so good with the last one, and it's making another one. What is it? You're making a is it a list? Is it a song list? Wow. Oh, nice. 30 hours. Oh, wow. What? Man, I'm telling you, we are rocking it out here. We are rocking it out. And let's continue to support one another. Guys, let's continue to support, one another. Yes, you ask yourself the question, why am I here? And who are the lives that I'm supposed to touch? And the moment you start to ask yourself, why am I here? Okay. And sometimes we ask people, well, I'm just here for this or that. No, why am I here on this planet? When you take it that deep, it makes a difference. Why am I here? And who am I? And with my gifting and my skills, how am I supposed to make this world a better place or touch the lives of other people with what I have? And you may not be able, you know, to please everyone. You may not be able to please everyone, but I'm going to tell you something with your gifting, with your skills, with the music that you put out, Nitya, with the songs that you're writing that has been given to you and downloaded to you, and it's blessing other people. Sometimes when we're with the super talent, and at the moment that's what it's supposed to do, that's what it's supposed to do. That's where it's supposed to fall. Okay. And so it's something new, it's something innovative. Go, guy. Yes, we're here finding our purpose. I'm closing down in about 2 minutes, but thank you for popping in. Okay. And so what you're called to do, it's special, it's super special. You're called to touch the lives of other people. It doesn't matter where in the world that you are. There's something for you to do, and you want to be reminded. Be in places and spaces with people who they will remind you of that. They themselves don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but there's something that they have, something that they will say, something that they will do to remind you that what is possible. Goga, I remember when I went on your channel and he was like, go follow Sharon. Go follow Sharon. And I was like, what? And then people started coming over. Up to this day, there are people who still remember me from just being on the live. And I always give thanks for that, because it showed me kindness. It showed me generosity. It didn't show me lack. It didn't show me scarcity. It didn't show me any of those things. It showed me that it's okay to be here, that enough people can be on this here platform and we can prosper. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. I'm here to make an impact and uplift God's people. Snap back, Trishana. Yes. Yes, come on. Lyrics by Nitya said, I'm here to bring peace and unity. Let it be known, no matter what you look like, we are all created by one God. super amazing. My God, you guys are so awesome. I really, truly appreciate you all. Tonight, I'm going to finish. Put in some of the things that I was reminded of, and I'm going to decree and declare those things, pray over them, and I thank God in advance because I know my purpose is to touch the lives of other people. And you also please be clear on your personal mission statement. Many of us have business statements for our businesses, but we also need to have our personal and even our personal philosophy. What are the things in this world that are important to you? Education, clean water, medicine, and for families and wherever I go, not just women and children, but and that's why. So when you look at the things that you do and the things that you choose to support, it comes from that personal mission and that personal philosophy. These are big things, guys. Hopefully, you can come back and listen to the live. And when you get an opportunity, please do leave me a comment and say, Sharon, thank you for the live or whatever it is. I think it comes live automatically. And so I'm excited. Thank you all. God bless you all. Take care. And we'll see each other in this, what do they call it? These internet streets. Until next time, everybody, take care. Bye bye.